Today, we celebrate the power of women to make change. 100 years ago, the League of Women Voters was born out of a desire for justice and equality. And today, that fight continues as we stand on the broad, courageous shoulders of every woman involved in this mission. You know, this year, 2020, will be an historic year for many reasons. It has been overshadowed by a global pandemic, economic volatility, and painful reminders for all of us that we have a long way to go towards racial justice and equality. But 2020 is also a year for two important centennials, each offering lessons and insights that might help us navigate today. In August, we will celebrate the ratification of the 19th Amendment, which prohibited states from denying citizens the right to vote on the basis of sex. Just last week, the Supreme Court ruled on a landmark civil rights case that further expands protection from sex discrimination in the workplace by acknowledging the rights of gay and transgender people. In many ways, this year's ruling is a beneficiary of tireless activism a century ago by a group of women who rallied around unfair omissions in the U.S. Constitution and who compelled our government, a government led almost entirely by men, to change the law. And not ready to rest on their accomplishment, they formally reorganized on February 14, 1920, as the League of Women Voters. As you know, today the League is a vibrant, nonpartisan organization that is dedicated to empowering voters and defending democracy. It's also a staunch advocate for voting rights, equal opportunity, and elections that are free, fair, and accessible to all. Now, November is going to come, and it will arrive before we all know it. And with it comes the most sacred of our American traditions, the election of our president. And this year, the state of the world raises the stakes for our democracy. We must all ensure safe access to polling places. We have a duty to broaden voter registration policies, and we have to combat voter suppression. These are all issues that lie at the heart of the League of Women Voters. And as I thought about your 100th annual convention, pretty amazing, I realized that my work is inextricably tied to your heritage. After all, our country was founded from protests and leaflets. So too was a women's right to vote. Activism and journalism go hand in hand, and women have proven throughout history to be masters of both. The marches and sit-ins of the suffragists gained national attention because of journalists like Miriam Michelson, whose prowess as a storyteller and reporter convinced a broad audience of men, as well as women, that the time had come for women to have a say in our politics. Journalists like Miriam amplified the voices of suffragists like Susan B. Anthony to ignite a movement. Think about that. Today, we need more women in our leadership and in journalism. This is especially true for women of color, who are sorely underrepresented in both fields and who are most at risk from the consequences of their absence. 100 years ago, we advanced equality for American women. On this historic anniversary, let's advance equality, period. We should not rest until there are more Black and brown women in public office. We should not settle until a woman of color has an equal opportunity to cast her vote. And we should not celebrate until there are vastly more women, and particularly non-white women, reporting news and providing perspectives on the issues that hold us back from greater equality. If any organization can make this mandate a reality, I am certain it is the League of Women Voters. And I congratulate you on powering the vote for 100 years. Thank you.